Hello everyone, this is me, your host and host Jaideep Divyansu. Guys, a few weeks ago, I got a workshop done through my friend Sumit and my mentor Tausif Zain, in which my friend Sumit told about Git, how to use Git in the company. So without wasting time, let's start.
So before moving towards the gate, as I have already told that what the gate is and what's the important for the gate in our project development. So first of all, I'm introducing myself. My name is Sumit Shrivastava, and I'm working as a Java developer in a service-based company, and I'm having experience of 2+ years. So as part of this workshop, I decided to take just because of that as a fresher, because when I was started my career as a fresher, I also not much aware about the git terms, and that's because of that I faced some issues, not just like many issues, but you should be aware for the version control before starting your career into an IT industry. So I also choose this gate because I have got to know many people who's claiming gap as an experience. There are many persons who's claiming gap as an experience. They take every knowledge about the concept, just like they learn Java and some other technologies for that, but they're not that much aware about the version control. They're not know that how the industry actually works, how the process on the industry is going on. So this workshop is going to help you those to know about the version control, to know how you are going to start your IT career when enter into IT industry, right? So let's start. So first of all, before moving towards the gate, we should know that what the actually gate is. So basically git is a distributed version control. Distributed means that in IT industry, you are not the only person who are going to work on the particular project. There are a team of members who are going to work on it. So it is a distributed because every other persons are going to contribute as part of the project, and you will be able to handle all. So it is 1 minute. So it is an open source code. Just like if you are going to work on a project, in the project development you will able to work on a different part. You're not going to handle all the things individually, right? So it is a designed for coordinating work among programmers. Just like in a project, many programmers are there, many developers are there working for the project as well. They are having some their old modules, each different modules they are working on, and they will put the code throughout the git. So it is also used to track the changes, whatever the projects of the set of files is having. So the goal of total gate to include the speed and data integrity and supports for the system which we are going to work. So it is also important, if you are going to work on it, then you have to install that gate in your local machine. So there are many operating systems just like Linux, Mac OS and Windows. We have to install that gate in your local machine in order to take the project into your local system. So I just wanna give you how to install that gate. So first of all, you need to download that gate. From here, you will get to know if you are using Mac OS, then you will get click on the Windows and Linux. So if you are using a Windows machine, then you need to download your Git version from here. So just click on the download for Windows and it will be directly downloading as you are seeing below.
Okay, I'd like to
So
just
after
give one
installing
line
Git,
here.
you need to
Okay,
install
yeah,
all
एक
these
second.
things in your local
Hello,
machine.
hello, hello, Sumit, can you hear me?
As I have already,
Arey, Sumit, hello.
yeah, right?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, speak.
Okay, okay. Guys, so, okay, देखो guys. So, when there is a team of, let's say, 10 members working on the same project, okay? So, right, you're writing some Java code, you write a class, in that there is some method and all. So, let's say that all the 10 people are working on the same class and same method. So, the code cannot be with these 10 people in their own machine. The code of the project is available at one central place. That common repository via Git, we can have that central one repository where the entire code is going to go, and all the team members will be working in their local machine itself, but they will connect to that central one place where the entire project code is going to be available. Okay. So now while Sumit is demonstrating these installations and all, so as a developer in your local machine, you will install this software so that using this you can connect to a remote Git environment, the common place where the entire project code is going to be available, and all your team members will put the code there and fetch it from there. Okay. So just visualize वैसे. So this as a developer, Sumit is installing in his local machine so that he can connect to that central place where entire project is going to be available. ठीक है Sumit, चलो move on. So पूरा का पूरा live installation.
Yeah, as part of the installation process, you will need to just process the follow. You just don't need to do anything. Don't use your extra mind. Just do next, 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 and it will be automatically installed on the system. Don't be confused about it, how to install the software in the system. So as I already installed in my system, so it's going, but it's asking for removing previous version because I've already installed in my system.
इसके वर्किंग मशीन पे ये कर रहे हो क्या क्या सुमित?
My official machine.
हाँ वही उसी के ऊपर ले भाई सॉफ्टवेयर पे सॉफ्टवेयर.
Yeah.
So nowadays many projects are working on Git repositories itself. ठीक है. तो पहले there were many other forms, but अभी cloud में चला गया entire code. So using Git they take it forward. So we are using a variant Git के साथ with Bitbucket we are using it.
As you can see, the installation is finished. So just click on finish, and you can check that whether it is installed on the system or not. So just Control R, CMD, and then Git version. You will know that you have 2.3 version installed on your machine. So now what's the next process? You have installed Git on your system, but what to do next? So as part of the IT industry, when you join the company, they will give you a project. And as the Toshibai said that there is a repository where the project is being stored. So we need to take that project and take it into our system. So how to do that? So as part of the developer, they will give you the access of that repository by your Gmail ID or some official ID. Then only you will get the access of the project. Just like I'm going to show you my Git access. So this is the place where you will get the access of the project. Just like here it is Azure Digital Backend Framework. So this is the repository where I got to know that project is going on. And I have to get that project into our local machine. So when you click on that link, you will get this page as well. So here you're seeing that code is written. So it is a cloning part, right?
And hold on.
You have to copy this URL.
Sumit, can you go to the home page? Can you go to the home page of github.com? Just the home page. जहाँ पे कोई project दिखाता है, right, ठीक है. So okay, so first of all, Sumit, this is your company specific project, is it, or your personal company specific project, right?
Yes.
Okay, so guys, everyone here, ठीक है. So नहीं यहाँ पे देखो, we have to speak about even this github.com. So guys, we were saying, right, there is a common central place where the entire project code is going to be available. So that kind of code, GitHub is one of the place where the projects can be stored. In some companies, some projects, we for example, in my team, we are using Bitbucket. Okay, so that is nothing but a central cloud repository where the projects are going to be stored. So Sumit is working with a GitHub kind of a project. And if you just access that, that's where the central code is there. And you can see the list of all the code repositories. Repository is nothing but a folder in which all the project code is going to be available. So here, Ayasya Digital. How do we pronounce it?
Ayasya.
Ayasha. Okay, Ayasha Digital Backend Framework. So some naming convention is there for the project, and inside that the entire project code will be available. So like Sumit said, if you are a new joiner into the team, you should know that the code, some code will already be ready, and it is going to be available in this cloud, which is github.com or bitbucket.com or any other central repository which you might be using in your project. But you need to go in your local machine, install some tools like this kind of Git and all, or based upon if you use SVN to kuch aur way rahega. But yes, every project will have something. Install it in local. Now Sumit is going to say how this clone and all those actions. So be very careful. Okay, every single step is important to see here. ठीक है Sumit, चलो continue.
Yeah. So you will get the access right here. So you just click on it, and you have to clone that repository into your local system. So first of all, before moving towards that, you should have a place on your system where you are going to store this repository clone. So just make a folder, just like anything. Just like you are going to work on a project, name that project folder, and it is recommended that don't put workspace and project combinedly. Just do a separation of that. Just like if you are going to workspace, then create a workspace. Its name can be anything. And one more folder, like where you are going to clone your project. Right? So we are going to clone our project in this folder. So you right click on it, open a git bash here, and you will get that command. So what the next, you need to come here and just right click on it and copy this URL, that http://github, like that. Just copy it, go to that command, just write a command git clone space and copy that URL into it. Okay. Actually, this is a security which GitHub is now providing, that this is the step how you are cloning it. So after you clone that project, you will get all your project inside this folder, and it's all done. After that, you just need to open an Eclipse and import your project, what you have stored on that folder, right? Which is the first step. And it's done. Your project is now installed on a local machine. I'm not cloning because it's already cloned in my system as well. So coming to the next. So this is the how Git is managing you. Just like here, user A, user B, and user C. Consider these users as a developer. Developer 1, developer 2, and developer 3. And this is a Git where every developer works on their files, and they will push the code inside that Git, and whatever the work every developer has been done, they are just considered at the one place on the repository itself. So now we should have some knowledge about the key features which is used in Git. So before getting into the explanation that how the Git is working, let's understand about the Git features. So first of all is repository. So what repository is? A repository is nothing but a container, and the container which is used for maintaining the files. So with the version control like we are using Git, each file is stored in a container, and it is keep tracking on the records that whatever the things are going in this project as well. So second is branch. So how we are going to work on a project? You should have a branch of the tree. Branch is something like you know about the tree system. A tree is having a root, and a tree is having a different branches. If one branch is not that much good, then it's not important that every branch is also worst. So you need to work as a branching technique. So what is branch? A tree just like a tree is having many branches. So as part of the repository, each repository must have at least one branch, and each branch short of a subcontainer of the repository for the tracking the version, what the things we are doing as a project. So each branch as in its own history, just like two developers are working, that they are not going to work directly on the root. They are creating their own branch and they are working separately on their own branch. And after the work has been done, they will give that code, and that's like each branch has been maintained. And a branch has been created anytime. Just like if you are working in a company, then you are have to create your own branch as well. And creating branch is very simple. Just like you need to some follow commands as well. And here is commit. So what is commit? Commit, when a change is made to a one file of a more files, those are saved to a branch as a commit file. And to persist file changes, to add them to the file version tracking on the branch, you commit them to the branch itself. And the branch in which you are committing, it's your local one. And merge, after changes to a branch are finished, they are being merged into the another branch as part of the updated code. So this feature enables you to essentially replay all the changes committed to a branch on another branch to contribute those changes generally by merging a child branch back to the parent branch. So origin, what is origin? Origin is like a term which is being used to reference the repository that is being stored on a different computer, just like or a Git server. And since this is a source of truth copy of the repository which we have cloned it earlier, that all team members copied down before beginning to make changes. We need to have all the changes, whatever the main branch is having, we need all the changes in our local branch. So this is some commands which you need to aware before starting towards Git. As I've already showed the Git clone, the Git cloning is basically used for cloning the project repository into your local system, Git branch for creating the branch. And when you created a branch, you need to check out on your system. So checkout is for that. And if you are working and you don't know you are on what branch, just like you are taking the checkout from the master and created a branch for yourself, you don't know that where I am, in which branch I am. So for that purpose, Git status is there to know that in which branch you are currently in. Git
Sumit, 1 second. Okay. Yeah, let me add one thing here regarding branches. Okay. देखो guys, क्या हो रहा है? So yes, all of you guys are joining the Natra sir classes or any other faculty classes. So generally, what you do is you have some code, and in your local machine you just write this code, right? And वहाँ पे एक ही कॉपी होता है, and that's it. You run it, deploy it, and like life is cool. Like मजा आ गया, project चल रहा है, ठीक है? But as soon as you enter inside the IT industry, everything changes. Okay, everything changes. It's not one person; it is 10 people. The code is not in your local machine; it is available in some other place. Okay, so now one important thing you need to maintain and understand. Okay, let's say that just imagine there is a class. Okay, you're writing a class XYZ. Now this XYZ class, there are going to be 10 people who are going to work on the same class, right? Possibility, right? There are multiple people working on the same class. So let's say Sumit has written one method, Jaideep has written another method, I am writing third method. Okay? Now देखो क्या होता है अभी कि how exactly to have it organized. So the IT industry has evolved so much and defined some processes for that. Okay, that is where they say कि भाई don't directly do development in only one repository. Nothing but right now all of you guys in your local while you are practicing your projects, you take one project, right? In Eclipse एक project बनाते हैं उसी पे direct modify करते हैं. But right now IT industry में क्या बोल रहा है कि no, don't do it like that. Okay, with the terminology of Git, they are saying that there is something called as a master branch. So master branch is nothing but some set of files which are all grouped together saying that this is a master branch right now. And they say in the production environment, when the deployment will happen, only the deployment from the master branch should be deployed there. ओके थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे कॉम्प्लिकेट होगा चीजों को, ठीक है. लेट्स टेक अ सिंपल क्लास. लेट्स से यू हैव अ क्लास ABC and this class is having a method M1. Okay, सुमित थोड़ा मैं स्क्रीन शेयर करूँ क्या थोड़ा सा? सुमित? Yeah, okay. So because the thing is कि I think public को ना थोड़ा because they have not seen much of the thing here. Okay, तो थोड़ा सा एक चीज और थोड़ा डेप्थ में वहां पे थोड़ा एक दिखाते हैं. Okay, so guys देखो. So there is going to be something called as a master branch. And now then let's say there is a class named A, and it is having this method, whatever method you have, okay, and the method is, let's say, M1 method is available. That's it. Now, this is what regularly you are writing in your classes, right? There is a M1 method where you just take here, write all of these things, okay? Now, what is going to happen is this code is in master. Whenever a production deployment is going to happen, they take this code and deploy it into the master copy, whatever jar file, var file, whatever convention. Okay. Now, let's say that there are two people. Let's say Sumit is one developer, I am one developer. So there are two developers working on the same class. Okay. But let's say Sumit ka feature is something different. My feature is something different. Feature is nothing but like registration is one feature, login is one feature, but they might affect the same controller in some cases. Okay. So nothing but same class we want to work, but Sumit ka feature is different, Tausif ka feature is different. Now what is going to happen is Sumit comes and he cuts. We are keeping it very simple. Okay, we are not going to directly start changing the code in the central master branch itself. This is called as a master branch. We will not be modifying this. Rather, Sumit will create his own feature branch. Okay, let's say register underscore whatever. Register is the feature name. Okay. Okay, कुछ वहाँ पे naming conventions will also come, ticket number, this, that. So Sumit is going to create this branch. Okay. Now what does this mean? When Sumit is creating this branch from the master branch, whatever code is available in master, all that code is going to be available in Sumit ka branch also. So that is nothing but branch creation. Everything whichever is available here, that all gets replicated into another place. So that is Sumit ka branch. And now Sumit can add another method there. So यहाँ पे अभी Sumit is adding an M2 method. Okay. So you need to understand M2 method is added only in Sumit ka branch, not in the main branch or the master branch. And if the things are not in the master branch, your code is never going to go to production. So as a developer, you created your own branch from the master. Sumit has added his code there. But right now, master branch mein Sumit has not moved his code into the master branch. This is where all the commands which now Sumit is explaining, it is all playing with all of these things. First, creating a branch from this place. Next, making the modification. And then there are series of other activities. You add it, you commit it, you push it, you merge it. Now, all those terminologies will come like placing into this. Now, let's say that Tausif is working on another feature. So what I do is, for every developer, always the source of truth is master. So people come, they go to the master and they copy, they cut a new feature branch from it. So I'll also come, I'll go to the master and from there I'll cut my feature branch. Let's say login feature. Just check what is your project naming. So I'll cut this another branch. This is for me, for my feature basically. Generally people have followed a convention. Every Jira user story, they create a separate branch because every user story talks about a separate feature. So Agile ko bhi yahan pe laga rahe. And in this case, what will happen is this is available. I will get only this because the master branch is having only this. And in this one, I'll add my own method. Let's say I'm adding method M3. Now, so far this is the situation. Okay, just understand it very clearly. So far this is the situation. Sumit is there, Tausif is there. We have done like this. Now let's say Sumit has done his entire testing. तो यहाँ पे वो सुमित वाले जो कमांड्स है वो आ जाएंगे. ठीक है, यू फर्स्टली क्लोन इट, फिर चेकआउट करने के बाद भी डेल्टा अपडेट्स कीप्स कमिंग. क्लोनिंग इज लाइक फर्स्ट टाइम एक्टिविटी. वन टाइम व्हेन यू आर डूइंग इट विल बी क्लोनिंग. ओके, बाद में जब वापस से फ्रेश करते हैं तो कुछ चेकआउट होता है, और ठीक है, देयर आर मोर डिटेल्स टू इट. And then उसके बाद let's say Sumit wants to commit this change, so he makes the change available first into his release branch, and then he's going to raise a merge request to master. Okay, so this kind of a merge request will be raised to the master branch. So whenever this register branch is merged to the master branch, the code which is available in Sumit will also go to the master branch. Okay, so यहाँ पे let's say if I am logging there right now, if I am doing the update, I don't get anything, I get only this. But now Sumit is going to merge his changes, so whatever is there in Sumit wala branch, those set of changes will be applied to the master version. And after that, if anybody else tries to log in, so as part of that, even Sumit code will be coming to the other people. Okay, this is how it is. So by that way, the multiple team members will work with the same code base, same repository, but they work on parallel features independently. And using these commands, we try to manipulate, and many people can work together. But important thing, in the end, the entire code, and after that, I am going to do a commit and push. Okay, I'll do a merge request. First, I'll do a commit and a push. My changes will be available in here. And then I'll also try to merge it with master. So then my change is also going to go as part of the master branch. And it is important, if you want to deploy anything to production, it should go from this place only. So from this place, it's going to be further deployable file, executable file, okay, jar or var will be taken up. Bar nahi re baba. Jar or var executable file will be taken up. And only the code from master is going to be always deployed in production. Feature branches will not be deployed, and furthermore, थोड़ा complication भी आते रहता है guys, ठीक है? So QA merging this that, but just know it. This is how every project will have a branching strategy for going further, ठीक है? Yeah, चलो Sumit take over. अभी वो commands whatever Sumit was saying, it is about playing with all of these things, ठीक है? Branching and all that. ठीक है Sumit, चलो take over. Yes, visible.
Yeah. So these are the basic commands which a developer must have to know about before working on it. The Git. This is a thing they are not much aware, so that they will face issue on it. So I've just committed and push. Everything is done here. Yeah. So these are the basic commands like commit, add, push, and pull. Your life revolves around this when you're working on a project. After working, you need to commit, and what the files you are added as a part of working, you need to add that files. And not only the commit, when you are committing, that changes are just belong to your local repository, local branch itself. You need to push that code into the main branch as well. And after that, you have done, and you need to take a pull. And it is recommended before starting working on your branch, you must need to take a pull from your main branch. This is the very important thing you need to done. Otherwise, you will face many conflict issues. And the conflict issues is that, just as like Bhai said, that many developers are working on the same file, but developing a different feature. So as part of you are going to take that pull from the main branch, you will get a conflict. And this is the place where developer get frustrated. Hey, what's this? I have done very nicely. There's nothing done smooth. You have to face that conflict issue, and you need to know how you need to solve that conflicts. So first understand what the conflict is. As the Bhai already said that single class, you have developed many different methods. So as part of, I'm going to take that pull. I got to know that this slice in which you have worked on, this slice is having conflict. So you need to compare your local repository to the main one, that what are those changes are. So it's up to you, take all those changes inside your current working file, and again you have to commit, and again you need to take pull. That's why you will have all the updated codes in your local branch. So must take pull before working on a branch. That's recommended.
Hmm.
And this is already, I already mentioned how the thing is going for the master and someone else, but still I will just have some words on it. Just like, let's take a team which are working on a project. You are not going to work on a project single-handedly. So just say you have a two members, just like me and Bhai is there, and we are using Git version for our project development. So the repository with the branch name master that is used to maintain the source code files for the production deployment of the project. So here, as you can see, that master branch is used to track the source code that gets deployed to the production environment for the project. So I'm using the term name production. So you should know what the actually production is. Production actually is whatever the project you are working on. If it is done, then you need to deploy all that codes into the client machine. And the client machine is having also the updated version of what the project is going on, and whatever the things you have developed, what the features you have maintained, that client machine is also having all those things. So that is the production part. So just like two-person working on a feature branch, they each created a new branch to work within. Suppose I'm going to develop some part of feature, and another developer is also going to develop a feature. So for developing those features, you need to create a feature branch as well. So when working on that feature, whatever the changes they are doing, they commit their changes into that feature branch itself. And then when they have finished working on the feature, they test their changes, that whatever the development they have done, is it working properly or not? And after compiling the source code, they just run it on their local system machine. That what's the changes, what's the development I have done, is it working very good? If it is yes, and then they will commit to their changes for main branch. So after the testing has been done, that code you need to you need to pull request as well. The reviewer, there person or there who review your code before merging into the main branch. And that is the person, they will just review all the changes, whatever the things we have done, is it working perfectly? The naming convention which you have used is good or not? Is there any bugs or not? Have you used commented right properly or not? If there is any issue, they will tell you that this is the problem. You need to fix it and then again commit it. So after everything is being done very well, then your current code has been merged as part of the main master branch, and then that master branch has been updated as the vice said. So this is the flow. As I told you, that master branch then commit, pull request, and whatever changes you have done, you need to test it, and it is going to be merged on a main branch as well. So this is the things what you need to do. Here, the many separations are there. That's like you working directory in which you are working right now. There's a staging area and the repository where the code is, and the remote repository. So if you are working on a local machine and you have made some different file as well, as part of the development, you just created one, two, or three more files. So you need to add those files as part of your staging. That yes, I have added these much files, and I'm going to push these files as a new files to the main branch. And if you have done any mistake, then you can also reset it. Just like suppose sometimes developers do mistakes and all the codes get worst. In that case, you can do reset as well. You just need to push your code. And as I said earlier, that after pushing your code, you also need to take pull as well, so that your local repository will be updated as well. So this is and all from my side. And some partial words like keep learning and keep growing. IT industry is things where you need to update yourself on a daily basis. Just like a Java JDK version, every 6 months they will release a new version. So be that software version. You need to update yourself on a daily basis. Otherwise, you will be of no use. And as an IT person, everyone has a dream, a big dream. So for achieving all those dreams, you need to code. Keep coding to decode your dreams. and be the master of your area. Yeah, that's all.